Wanjiko Wanjiru, KTN.
Back to politics, former Interior Cabinet Secretary Dr. Fred Matiang'i's quest and push to vie for the presidency come 2027 has now opened fresh cracks within the united opposition, threatening its unity before the 2027 general election. Since the Jubilee National Delegates Congress, Dr. Fred Matiang'i seems to have been sidelined by the other principals in the united opposition. Which way, Dr. Fred Matiang'i? Well, our senior political affairs reporter Chris Tairu interrogates.
It was highly anticipated that the much-publicized Jubilee National Delegates Congress would be the preferred platform for former President Uhuru Kenyatta, who is also the Jubilee Party leader, to hand over the instruments of power to former Interior CS Dr. Fred Matiang'i in preparation for the 2027 general election. However, that did not come to pass. Reason, there are simmering leadership wrangles within the Jubilee Party. While a section of the party leadership still insists that Jubilee should remain in the united opposition, others feel that the party should first strengthen itself on the ground even before signing anything with the united opposition.
This morning when I was coming here, Matiang'i reminded me that the individuals who may be saying that he's a puppet are the same characters who are used to lead his own house.
And with the Jubilee Party now sending mixed signals, senior principals within the united opposition have started raising a red flag against Matiang'i and Kioni.
Wale wakina Kioni ambao wanatumwa kukuja kuleta fujo katika united opposition. Ningependa kuambia Kioni, kama wewe uko kwa united opposition na uwezi sema one term, wewe ni mole. So kabla mtu yoyote akuja aseme yeye anapinga serikali, unamwambia kwanza aseme nini? One term.
Dr. Fred Matiang'i, who rose to the public limelight after he was appointed by former President Uhuru Kenyatta to his first cabinet in 2013 and maintained till 2022, yielded to pressure from the Gen Zs during the 2024 protest against the Kenya Kwanza administration to contest for the presidency. However, even before he starts his campaigns, roadblocks are already been erected.
Matiang'i will have more numbers than any other candidate here. There is no candidate who appeals to the Gen Z much more, whether in the united opposition or in the current government, than Matiang'i does. So when you look at numbers for Matiang'i, then you have to consider the Gen Z bloc, which is quite sizable. Obviously, a number of them have not been registered as voters. So by the time they register, it's not a figure that you can be able to say correctly right now. But should they register? Should they be part of the electoral bloc that in 2027? Then you combine what we consider as his original, like his home support, that is the Kise community. Then Matiang'i could as well be having a very good figure to present on the table, which is way beyond 5 million votes.
Before he begins his countrywide campaigns, Matiang'i will first be banking on the more than 1.2 million votes from Gusiland. And as per the 2022 IEBC voter register, Kisii and Nyamira counties had a total of 960,394 registered voters. In the presidential elections, ODM leader Raila Odinga has always been having an upper hand in the region. And depending on which side he will position himself in the coming general election, it will also determine the votes that Matiang'i will manage to sway from the region. For now, Matiang'i continues with his presidential campaigns independently without joining other principals in the united opposition. But for how long? Chris Tairu, KTN, Nairobi.
Only time will tell. Moving on, Kiambu Governor